Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Peace, family. This is your brother, Mr. Holipsism. I'm here today to address some trolling. I don't really want to do it, but I've been asked by people who view the trolling to address certain things. So I do it. I do it for them. Because I usually, when I get people who troll and who want to throw a turd into the punch bowl so that nobody else can drink, I usually ignore them, I block them, and just eliminate them from my reality. Because I figure if you don't like what I'm saying, if you don't like my videos, why are you listening to them? That's very strange behavior from someone that doesn't like what you're doing. So, my main theme in this rant is that nationhood is a collective endeavor, not an individual one. The irony about this is that the vast majority of the people, the members of the BAIO, and that's the Black African Infrastructure Organization, and the vast members are doing well here in America. We don't have a bunch of broke Negroes in our midst who don't have nothing going on and who are revolutionary because they don't have nothing. We have people in our midst that are professionals, people that are experts in their fields, people who have high skill sets, people who make quite a good living here in America. And yet they want a nation and want to be involved in the nation building process. That's the irony of it. Because we get accused of saying like, oh, well, we're gonna start asking for donations or taking people money and ripping them off. I find that hilarious because, and I'll speak for me and Kala and Minister who do the shows and Chef and everybody else who does blog talk radio shows in our group. When it comes to paying for those premium accounts, do you think we do that on donations? Or does that come directly out of our pockets? I'll speak for myself. I can count on one hand the amount of donations that I've gotten on Holipsism.com. And it's probably because I don't rely on it. If you look at my shows and you watch my videos, very rarely do you hear me say, subscribe to my channel. Go to Holipsism.com and hit the donate button. Because it doesn't matter to me. My shows, if I want to do them, are going to get done. My videos, if I choose to do them, are going to get done. And it's not reliant upon anybody giving me money because I don't need money from anybody. I have my own. I'm living quite well. I'm doing quite well in America. Kala's doing quite well in America. Thomas is doing quite well in America. Earl is doing quite well in America. Minister DeWood is doing quite well in America. Chef is doing quite good in America. We don't have no broke niggas around us that ain't got shit, no skill set, no nothing, not a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. You know, so you can accuse us of a lot of things, but you can't accuse us of taking nothing from anybody. We're giving. You know what I'm saying? And we're not trying to be internet celebrities, because I've told you plenty of times, if you go to Holipsism.com and you go to the About section of my website, you read that and you tell me what I'm about. Tell me if I'm trying to be an internet celebrity. Tell me as if nationhood is tied and tethered to Mr. Holipsism. Mr. Holipsism can fall off, not make no more videos, fall off Facebook, YouTube, and out of the picture completely. And guess what? The nationhood mantra still goes on. Land, infrastructure, nationhood is more important than any individual. And this is what you idiots, you dickheads don't seem to understand. And what pisses you off, and this is the part that, it makes me laugh because it don't piss me off, it pisses you off, is that people are listening to us. People are co-signing what we're saying, and people are saying, man, this BAIO, yeah, I understand that. I want to be a part of that. And the BAIO is just a means to an end. Because an organization cannot address nationhood needs, nationhood issues. All the BAIO is a place of like minds to gather who are interested in the same talking points of land, infrastructure, nationhood, and an independent nation state for diaspora Africans, descendants of the transatlantic slave trade. That's all it is. It's a meeting of like minds. It's a social network. Because to actually build a nation requires skills. It's going to require electricians, plumbers, physicists, engineers, mathematicians, architects, doctors, dentists, and doctors and specializing in all fields. You know what I'm saying? It's no joke. Not only that, just the physical building of the infrastructure, construction workers, and all of this other stuff, blue collar. It's going to be a collective effort in order to get a nation built. And we are at the point where we're just talking about it, getting people to say, is that something that you want? Is that something that you feel would be a solution to the majority of the problems that we go through as black people here in this country? We've also explained that not everybody's going to go physically to be on the nation state because that's not feasible. Majority of our people are going to be right here in America. But our position is that having something as an option outside of the jurisdiction of the United States where you can control policy will help us with our satellite communities inside of America. And we'll have one of the biggest satellite communities and the most political power of all the groups, because we control we have about $1 trillion worth of spending power. You can buy any politician in the world. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to get into that. Let me just say that I'm not anti making things happen in America. When I talk about Captain America Negroes, I'm talking about people who take Africa off the table and think that you're going to have a base of operations inside of the United States of America. You are a fool if you believe that. But nationhood is a collective effort. It takes Dubai took about 10 years. I say it takes anywhere from 5 to 10 years. And maybe, I'll say 5 to 10 years. I won't stretch it by saying less than that. But the way the technology is going, building a nation state happens a lot faster than it did back in the days. So I've done my Captain America Negro burial where I've got a mountain of statistics showing you all of the obstacles that's placed in our way when it comes to doing anything in America. You know what I'm saying? So I've beaten that horse to death. And right now we're gaining momentum. I'm gaining subscribers every day. The BAIO is getting more and more emails from people interested. Because a lot of the people who talk behind the scenes. They don't talk on the videos. They don't comment. They just hit us up because they know you guys are out there trolling and throwing monkey wrenches or attempting to throw monkey wrenches into the thing. Listen, man, the nationhood talk, land infrastructure nationhood talking points are in the collective conscious mind. We put it out there. It's become so much of a talking point that if you are not talking about it, people perceive you as being a clown and someone not worth listening to. I take some pride in that, but it's not all about me, and I wasn't alone. My brothers helped change the narrative and get the conversation back where it's supposed to be, and that's on nationhood. That's on the collective. That's for us having a future as a people, a future for our children, a future where our children don't have to grow up thinking that they're second and third class citizens. A future where our children can be first world citizens in a first world country with first world infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? Technology. What did my man Neo say? Um, a technocracy, I believe that's what he called it, where we concentrate on STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. That's what our children are taught. And why? So that they can build and maintain the nation state. That's what it's all about. So don't try your typical Negro tactics from your typical bootlicking Negro playbook, because this is how bootlicking Negro playbook goes. What they try to do is take you and tether you to your ideology. So that way, if they can break you down, then so goes your ideology. So they always going to try to attach Mr. Holipsism to land, infrastructure, and nationhood. Always. They're always going to try to attach nationhood to Mr. Holipsism. But Mr. Holipsism can get caught in a hotel with a white woman smoking crack, and guess what? Land, infrastructure, nationhood is still the solution. Mr. Holipsism can stop making videos. Guess what? Land, infrastructure, nationhood is still the solution. Mr. Holipsism can go broke, which he's not. He's doing quite well, thank you. But he can go broke. Land, infrastructure, nationhood. The BAIO could not be a thing. Guess what? Land, infrastructure, nationhood. Don't try it, nigga. Don't try it, Negro. Nice try. I gotta give you credit. You tried. But the bottom line is that this thing is rolling down the hill like a snowball, and it's gaining more and more momentum, and more people are talking about it, and it has absolutely nothing to do with me. So if you want to attack me, attack me. You want to attack Kala, attack Kala. You want to attack the BAIO, attack the BAIO. You want to attack any of our members, feel free, attack them. But just know this, at the end of the day, land, infrastructure, and nationhood is the solution to our collective problems as a people. So instead of trying to throw turds into the punch bowl so that nobody can drink, get your black ass into the game, you punk bitch motherfucker. Get into the game. Stop being a pussy. Stop being a punk. Stop being a coward, which is what you are. And get your ass into the game. Be a part of the collective, pushing for a future for our people instead of pushing for them to remain in the same situation they in as second and third class citizens with no rights, no respect, and being killed and murdered viciously in the streets and in this country. If that's the type of future that you want for your children, then by all means you do that. But get the fuck out the way when it comes to people that want a future for our children and want our children to grow up knowing that they're first world people. Anyway, that's all I got to say on that. I'll holler at you good people later. Peace.